This episode of Total Drama Reviews contains clips from Total Drama Island. I do not own Total Drama Island. All rights go to FreshTV. Remember to be civil and do not be me in the comments. Seriously, it can get really messed up. Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic, and welcome to Total Drama Reviews! Halloween edition! This is where I, as a lover of animation and reality shows, look over the show to combine them together the best. And just in time for the scariest month of the year, we have the horror film-based episode, Hook, Line, and Screamer. Yeah, Phobia Factor wasn't scary enough. Now we need another challenge based on scaring our campers to death. Because the show has very few ideas otherwise. But so what if it's kind of redundant? Is it any good? Well, let's hide in the basement because it's the smartest thing to do. This is Hook, Line, and Screamer. The episode opens with the campers watching a film strip. Okay, it's official. I have to enter the crowd of people who see everything in reality shows as fake. I mean, cartoon or not, who watches film strips anymore? We watch real footage, like on Quack Pack. But I digress. The footage being shown is that of a gory horror film.
He's coming out of the woods with a big hacking chainsaw.
Oh no! Psycho Killer Man's going for the car!
For those who don't know, there's a rule in movies and TV called show don't tell. This is the practice of, rather than using exposition to tell your story, you instead use visuals as you are in a visual medium. And lots of talking could slow a project down. But this is a rare instance where they do nothing but tell and not show, and I'm cool with it. Not because I don't want to see the gore or anything, but because we don't need to see any of it. As they describe to you the most generic horror film you'll ever see, or hear.
Yo, fool couple, stop making out and start the car!
Great Canadian cheese! Now the car won't start!
This might as well be titled Friday the 13th Part 13, Freddy vs. Freddy.
I love when the killer jams that guy's hand into the lawnmower.
Or when he pushes the chick off the dock and then she lands on a propeller blade that slices her in half. Or when he shoves that big dude's head inside the wood chipper!
Cut! Did that numbskull writer from the Sucky Outdoors get brought back again? You know, the one who made Owen a much funnier, more interesting character?
We took his blood and marked ourselves to honor him. It was a good death.
Because that same writer must have replaced the Gwen we know and love with a goth girl who looks and sounds exactly like her, but with some actual interest and investment.
Yep, this camp pretty much still sucks. But now that I'm here, I guess I might as well actually try to win.
I love when the killer jams that guy's hand into the lawnmower.
Or when he shoves that big dude's head inside the wood chipper!
I knew it, I'm watching the wrong show again. Well, I'll talk about this show later. Can I get back to the actual episode? This is the actual episode. So you're telling me that, for once, we have an episode of Total Drama Island where Gwen has character? Yes, Gwen, the character whose personality can best be summed up with this.
I'm so tired. I can't feel my face.
Now shows passion and personality.
Come on, Deej. For a slasher flick, it was pretty tame.
Not like Bloodbath 2, Summer Camp Reign of Terror!
No way. That's my favorite movie.
Oh, I've been dreaming of this moment. She loves horror films, especially with a lot of gore in them, to the point where she's actually an expert, and it gives her something to bond over with Duncan. Nope, no. This is not the time or place for that. We are going to talk about that later. Much later. But as it stands, it's really good to see her have something in common with another camper. Outside of hating Heather, but come on, in this universe, General Arrow wouldn't like her. But it doesn't stop there. Every camper plays a role, even the ones who I've deemed kind of dull in the past. They all fit into some dumb horror film trope which will get mocked, because yeah, that's the majority of the episode, as they discover that Chef and Chris are anxious to get off the island.
Hey yo, Chef! Where's the fire?
And why are you taking my duffel bag? Well, rather than explain that, they leave one other bag behind, which happens to have a news article with pertinent information.
Escaped psycho killer on the loose. Be on the lookout for a man wearing a hockey mask with a hooked hand and carrying a chainsaw.
Wait, sorry for worrying about plot holes for what is obviously a setup, but how would Sick Killer even make it to the island? I mean, it's an island, and I haven't seen any other ships docking. Wait, why should I call baloney on this when Heather does it for me?
Oh, come on! on! They don't expect us to fall for this.
Yep, Heather's the skeptic who'll be proven wrong in the end. So she's a different sort of comeuppance receiver character, but it's still in her wheelhouse.
I feel like we're being watched.
It's a reality show. We're always being watched.
Incorrect. No camera's got footage of Lashana shredding your clothes and having to be sneaky.
I cannot believe that Lashana shredded my clothes.
Nor of Lindsay making your biking off the chain, apparently.
But I won. I even built your bike.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Remember, Big Brother is always watching. Unless a really good episode of 2KLDM comes out, in which case, who cares?
You're a horse? That's bony to be exact, ma'am.
But it turns out she's right as we zoom out to see Chris in that tent somewhere. They got there pretty quick by boat. As the challenge is to see if these contestants can survive a real scary movie.
We're watching to see who can survive a real-life scary movie.
Alright, so where does my rules or Godbinder fit into this? Actually, the challenge is kind of straightforward. Follow the rules of how not to get killed in a slasher flick.
Rule number 1, do not go off on your own. Rule number 2, if you do go off on your own, never go in the woods. Rule number 3, if you do go in the woods, never, ever, ever make out in the woods.
And the last person not to be scared off by Chef, posing as a psycho killer, wins. Seems actually pretty plausible. It's a shame that Owen and Izzy deliberately break every rule.
Where's Izzy and Owen?
Breaking rules 1 through 3.
Hey look, it's that one random clip from my Dodgeball review. For the record, 99% of the comedy in this episode is that spot-on hilarious. And yes, Izzy and Owen go through literally every cliche just for the heck of it.
Remember how we left the woods to hack apart the couple who were making out?
But we're not making out.
Oh, yeah.
You want to make out?
Yes!
Oh, and they're a couple now too.
This pleases me.
You can't deny they're adorable together.
This feels so much longer and flatter than how we got here!
That's because horror movies extend the running scenes. It gives them time to film a good wipeout.
Oh! Ow! Hey! Oh! 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 Oh, my spine!
Oh my god, why stop there? Aren't there like 20 other things he could hit on his way down?
Oh! 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 Oh!
Owen, I'm coming!
Owen's too young to die. Here, take Izzy.
Well, that's a dead showmance, literally. But they get taken to the tent where the hoax is revealed.
Stop screaming! It's Chef!
Owen has a good laugh, but someone else in that tent doesn't find this very funny.
You're still on the part where Owen shoved Izzy into the killer?
It's hard to defend Owen's actions had that been real. But remind me again, who led Owen into that forest in the first place?
Where are we going?
Izzy's walking in the woods.
Case closed! We cut back to the campfire where it's revealed that Gwen is apparently an animator for total drama. Seriously, on that paper, she could have just written the names of the campers. But as an artist, she drew the most photorealistic pictures possible. Well, with one exception, you forgot Heather's devil horns. Perfect. So DJ takes Jeff to use the restroom. Props for at least taking a partner with you, but Chris has that covered.
Cue the ice cream truck.
Ice cream? No way!
Say, why is an ice cream truck on the island? Seriously, I'd love if you got the ice cream from this truck.
Goes right through me every time.
But DJ apparently went to the girls' bathroom as Heather. Ah!
DJ, it's me, Heather.
I'm with DJ. That is some freaky makeup there.
Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Destroy us all!
And accidentally discovers the tent. How convenient. He's now out of the challenge, and Gwen leaves the group to check out the screaming.
Are you okay? I heard screaming.
What happened to never going off alone? And why is she only safe from that rule now?
I'm fine, but you might want to check on DJ. He ran out of here like he saw a ghost.
Heather, that facial looks like the makeup from Haunted Mask. I'd run away screaming too.
Can I have my shower in peace, please?
Ooh, I wouldn't do that if I... Fine, suit yourself. By the way, that's a great look on you.
Yes, more of this Gwen and less of other Gwen. I've already forgotten her. Maybe this entire episode is in the same alternate universe that Total Drama is. I mean, toddler Gwen could easily grow up into this version. Though I dread if this charming little voodoo maker turns into the droning wax statue we're all familiar with. In fact, that might be the scariest thing that could happen this Halloween. Except for that! So Heather gets psychoed and captured.
A, you never go off alone. And B, you certainly never shower alone.
I don't know if he's suggesting that she shower with another girl or another guy, but either way, there's a disapproving parent shaking their heads somewhere.
Where's Lashana?
She went to get some chow.
Doesn't anyone listen to me?
Yeah, screw life, I'm hungry. I wouldn't want to die on an empty stomach, would I?
Lashana. Brownies.
But But it turns out Lashana's got the cojones to take on Chef Hatch as the killer. Sort of.
I got 16 years in the project. Well, bring it!
And of course, Jeff, the biggest idiot left in the game, gets captured too, with just a tap on the shoulder.
You seen an ice cream truck?
Okay, that's hilariously stupid. Props for that.
By far, the worst blunder yet.
Not to mention bailing on me. Don't you know you never leave a brother when he's taking a leak?
Okay, even I know that doesn't sound right.
I don't normally say this, but Owen is right. How old are you, DJ? 4? You can't use the bathroom by yourself? And that leaves Gwen and Duncan.
You know what really ticks me off? That I was trying to help them.
Live and learn, sweetheart.
You really are a pyro, aren't you? Is that what you went to juvie for?
Like I tell you why I went to Juve.
Holy crap!
I love how in this scene we know Gwen and Duncan are horror experts, but their approaches are totally different. Gwen tries to be cautious about her moves, while Duncan doesn't care at all and practically taunts the killer into coming to him, as we see him actually go up against Shep with the chainsaw and kind of succeed.
And then there was one.
However, Gwen was so ticked off that she went to get a sandwich and sees a familiar face.
I wasn't born yesterday, dude. We watch a scary movie with an escaped psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook, and here you are running around.
Gwen's taking on the psycho all by herself. Whoa!
Did Chef put whiteface underneath that mask? Well, that's a whole new level of problematic. Oh, that's a totally different psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook and hockey mask. Whew! That's good. For a second I thought I had to deal with something really terrifying like angry internet comments.
It's the real escaped psycho killer with the chainsaw and a hook!
What are the odds?
This could be really, really good for ratings, but really, really bad for lawsuits.
Considering the amount on the casualty counter and the fact that several contestants have been cheated off the island, I wouldn't worry about lawsuits. For a couple seasons anyway.
He's the real escaped psycho killer with a chainsaw and a hook!
And you know, once it's revealed to Gwen what's going on, I wonder what her thought process was.
Kick that pansy bitch in the face.
Ow! Oh, that was totally uncalled for. Man, I am so out of here. I was treated way better in prison.
Okay, under normal circumstances, I'd hate this joke, since the joke is he's gay. But it's not that he's gay that's funny, it's that he's such an intimidating presence and turns out to be a complete wimp who happens to be gay. Sure, why not? So the killer, probably with the feds on his trail, just walks away. Heck, is he still there? I'd buy anything. And Gwen's declared the winner of the challenge and is immune from nothing. Yeah, just like the last episode, the loser of the challenge goes home, so invincibility is pointless. So, who's the eliminated contestant?
It's obvious to everyone that Gwen wins invincibility, and sadly, it's equally unanimous that DJ walked the dock of shame.
Oh, that's bull! He wasn't the first person out, and you even called Jeff the worst capture of them all, so...
Since he was the only one who screamed and bolted without the escaped psycho killer even being there.
Okay, I gotta give you that one, it's probably fitting. But since he's such a teddy bear, everybody hugs him goodbye.
Aw, group hug!
Even Heather? Wow, DJ is so nice even Heather likes him? Well, I guess it's fitting, even the Grinch had at least something of a heart inside of him. So DJ leaves and we see the escape psycho just menacingly whispering stuff like he's done all episode.
Oh man, that really hurts. I think it's bleeding. Is it bleeding?
And that was Hook, Line, Screamer, one of the best episodes in the entire first season. The premise is strong, the characters are all memorable, the jokes are phenomenal, and even the elimination I surprisingly find credible. Is it perfect? No, there's still some plot holes that need to be filled, but it's the closest to perfect I've seen from this show. So, while I'm not a horror fan, I'm willing to call this episode scary good. And again, it really helps that Gwen was finally a funny, interesting character, though it's a shame it's probably going back to the status quo next episode. I don't want this to happen. Is there any way I can still get some of my awesome Gwen fix again? Yes! Yes! Yes!
Psycho killer.